If staying in your lane was a lesson, this would be the ultimate teacher. Initially, when I was driving this car and the ADAS level 2 system was activated, I felt like, okay, I'm not used to this level of reminders, but maybe I could get used to it because, you know, many newer cars, they all come with it. And slowly I felt, maybe not. Reason I'm saying this is because when I was driving it, it really felt like it wasn't so much of an assistance, but more of a takeover. So there's this thing called lane keeping assist, which I'm pretty sure all of you are familiar with, but there's also something called lane centering control in the Leapmotor C10. So for example, when I'm taking a left bend on the most right lane, it registers this solid line on the right side and this dashed line on the left side. And because it registers the solid line on the right side, the steering kind of locks up and it doesn't allow me to micro adjust. Sometimes you need to, you know, for example, when cars just come into your lane and motorcycles kind of weave their way through, sometimes you just gotta micro adjust. But when the steering locks up, it makes it so difficult to do so, and it feels like you are fighting with the steering wheel. And when you finally get control over the steering wheel, it feels like the car will jerk because you are really fighting with it, and there's the resistance, and then you're like pushing, and then there's this pushing, and this the steering wheel is pushing this way and you're trying to push it this way, and then you're just trying, and finally when you overpower it, the car just moves in an unpredictable manner. I feel actually that is more dangerous than what it's supposed to do, which is assist the driver in this situation. So that wasn't very pleasant for me. That's the lane keeping assist. I was in my lane. Like, I'm already within the lane, but it tries to pull me to be the center of the lane. So even if, like right now, I'm very much in my lane, but it keeps wanting to tell me how much better I can drive. So right now, I'm on the most right lane, and it detects this one line on the right, and it keeps pushing me to the left a little bit, saying that maybe I'm too much to the right. But I will know when I'm too much to the right, because I'll bang the divider right. When I deactivate everything, it's great. It is quite a pleasant drive. I quite enjoy it. But every time I get out of the car, I lock the car, and I come back into the car, everything is activated again. So I have to deactivate everything all over again. Yeah, you could say it only takes like 1-2 minutes, very easy. The idea behind the car deactivating everything and activating it again is maybe because it is preparing for the next driver, you know, for the next driver that comes in, and you can adjust everything according to your settings. It could have different driving profiles. So for example, if you're this driver and then you register as, you know, drop the top or Bingchers, you can be like, oh, okay, this driver doesn't like this, doesn't like that. So you can personalize your settings accordingly. I think that would be nice lah. Take this for example. When you change your seating position, it'll notice that your seating position has been changed and ask if you want to save it. The driving experience and the amount of alerts, it wasn't very pleasant. The overspeed warning. So on the digital meter cluster here, and it'll show you, for example, for this road, your speed limit is 40 km/h. How it detects, I don't know where it's getting the information from, because on this road, which is a housing area, there's no markers that says that this is a 40 km/h road. At roads, and you know, Malaysian roads, there's not many markers, or we maybe cannot see, so used to following the speed limit. It doesn't really detect speed limits on roads, and sometimes I even go on roads where it says that the speed limit is 20 km/h, where it's quite impossible. And then when I'm going, let's say 21 or 22, it will keep flashing like, okay, you're over the speed limit, you're over the speed limit, you're over the speed limit, and it alerts me quite a while, and it's sometimes it's like it's overbearing. It's like, hey, Dodo. Oh, that is the speed warning. So it senses that this road's maximum speed or this road speed limit is 60, and I am I did not activate it, and I am going above the speed limit, so it's alerting me to slow down. That is alerting me that there's a car in front and I should stop. Where are all these alerts coming from? That's one alert. The other alert is the blind spot monitoring. So let's say I want to cut into the left lane or in the right lane, and then it detects a car at my blind spot, which is great. You know, that's what blind spot monitoring is supposed to do. Sometimes it doesn't even allow me to cut in because it says I know you cannot cut because it's dangerous because there's a vehicle there. But what if I know there's a vehicle there and I am going faster than that vehicle, and at that point of time I can cut in? It doesn't allow me to. So I feel this level of assistance is a bit intrusive with my personal driving style. Some people may like it. It's like, oh, okay, it's very safe. And I think, yes, you can get used to it. And again, you can turn it off. But this is my experience lah. So the blind spot monitoring alert is coming in, even though I am not trying to change lanes, I'm staying in my lane, but it just keeps alerting me. And yep. Alright, the other thing I noticed is because the digital meter cluster is mounted here, and this steering wheel, I don't know lah, maybe I short ke, aku tak tahu ni, tapi I adjust my steering wheel, I adjust my seat height, and I can't really see some stuff. So sometimes even when I'm driving like that, you see me doing this because I don't know whether there are certain warnings that I'm supposed to see, or I'm really not too sure, but it's not really that nice. And if I adjust it accordingly, where I can see the digital meter cluster, then this is a little bit too high for me, and I don't like my steering wheels really high. But then again, I think last time the meter clusters were all just fixed. But then again, last time steering wheels weren't telescopic. So perhaps I've seen this in some of the newer cars where the meter cluster is mounted onto the steering wheel. So no matter what, you can always see it. But then again, if you're at a certain height, the angle also you cannot see it, right? Yes, so this is a problem that I also cannot figure out, and I cannot offer any opinion. So in my opinion, if you have no solution, shut the fuck up. Okay, moving on. The hazard switch. So I'm very used to whenever I cut people's lane or I merge, always give thanks. And sometimes, yes, you do this, which some people don't see. So the most obvious one, I like to give my hazard light, just to say thanks. I took the longest time to figure out where the hazard light switch is. The hazard light switch is actually here. It is here. And I'm not used to it because let's say I'm driving and I want to keep my eyes on the road and peripheral vision, right? You can like, oh, okay, the hazard light switch is here, somewhere in the middle here, like and you know that, let's say the switch is here, your hand more or less knows that it's around this area. But if it's here, if my peripheral vision cannot and I'm like, is it? I got it. But it takes a while, and this is out of my peripheral vision reach. So I personally would appreciate if the hazard light was somewhere around here where I could access it a lot, because I do use it quite a bit. I feel the overall design of the car is pretty nice. It looks very futuristic, very bubbly in a way. The back, it reminds me a little bit of Porsche tail lights. My husband noticed, he said like, oh, the lights are doing something, like a dark night thing, which I wouldn't have noticed because I would always be driving the car. But I appreciate all the little findings that I am figuring out about the car as I live with it on a day-to-day basis. Like how spacious it is, and when you slide the top, it's a whole piece of glass instead of a separation of two, and how you can wind down the windows using the infotainment system in the middle, and just how clear the cameras are. It is all these small things that make you appreciate the car a little bit more. Like, oh, actually got like that. Oh, quite nice, Then, oh, this is quite cool, Then, oh, actually like that, So the first time that this car actually caught my attention was because it has a British Racing green option. I was like, wow, an SUV, an EV with a British Racing green color option. Wow. And I was really hoping that they gave me that color, but no, they didn't give me that color. Yep. And I feel that maybe I'm not the one who is a very picky person when it comes to cars. I feel like my husband is the one that is fussier than me, but I think everyone who knows me and knows my husband knows that he memang fussier than me, right? So be like, why like that one? Why like this one? Love you. Okay, so for example, right, when I'm in the car and then I try to like open my car door lah, there's no click one. And then you're like, oh. And then he was like, so weird, how would I know whether I open the car door already or not? I just open and I push, Okay, Look, I drove the car for a good one whole day without noticing this, without saying anything about it, because to me it was like, it's okay. But for him, So if he could say something about it, I'm pretty sure other people could say something about it, but I think it's really like personal preference. For me, it's okay je. Got lah sikit, like very, very minimal, very, very slight. The other thing, this. I'm so sorry, but I really do not like this. It feels like might as well I get a actual manual key, because I have to use this to tap to go inside the car. It's an NFC card. I thought, okay, maybe they have a key fob, but they want to push the NFC card. But when I went online to research, it doesn't come with a key fob, so there's no keyless entry. Means like every time I come to the car, I have to pull out the NFC card, tap on the side mirror, and hit into the car. It's not really ideal for me. Yeah, might as well I take key. It's not even a button. Like, I cannot even unlock it from far. I really have to go up to the car and unlock. Could be good as a safety feature, but yeah, it's a little bit of a hassle lah. And then when you start the car, this has to go on the center console area where it says like the NFC card goes, just so you can put it in drive mode. And once it's in drive mode, you can actually remove the card. So it feels like, the older cars, the immobilizer. Yeah, but safety feature, I guess. So in order to open this, I was like, where? And there's a button here. Be quite cool if they put the button here or here, similar to the Peugeot 508. That one was quite cool, like the older version one lah, where they put the opening of the boot button between inside the O. Yeah, that's nice, and it's pretty spacious. I mean, yeah. There's supposed to be a tonneau cover here, but it didn't come with this one. I'm not too sure why. And this car actually has V2L. I love cars that has V2L. When you go car camping, you have V2L. Or even when you go for a drive, you can just go anywhere, put your chair out, camping chair out, like here, have your V2L, and then make your drink. Or make French toast. Haha. There's nothing here that will allow me to put the back seats down. So I can only put the back seats down if I go to the front. Yeah. And this, I thought it was like black accents, but no, it's like a purplish accent. I quite like the interior though. It's like a mixture of purple and white, and it's quite nice. It's like dual tone interior. You know me, I really like my dual tone because it feels like I drop the top. Okay, time to close. Stop babbling. Yeah. See? Does it not look like a Porsche? No? Just me then. Alright, bear with me at the camera angle. I want to show you something. First thing, the seats are super comfortable. It is Oecotex. the brand, super comfortable. Number 2, this is what I want to show you. Bear with me now. There's something in this car called nap mode. And once you activate it, the seat automatically reclines. Sounds of the jungle. And the sunroof, if it's open, it automatically closes. Visor for the sunroof automatically closes. Ooh, I didn't notice this, but now I do. This is just very loud. There's a speaker on the rear right door, and it's just at your ear. So if you're someone who really likes white noise, especially like crickets or something, ooh, this is very nice to sleep. And if this is not low enough for you, you can actually recline your seat way more. This is so good for car camping. Oh, if I go car camping in this, very shocked. And also, it has ventilated seats. Oh my gosh, not that you need it lah for car camping, but if let's say you go camping and it's very hot, you jump into your car, you fall asleep on this, oh, and you can sleep flat, oh, and it has ventilated seats. Oh my god, oh, so nice. You just give me 5 minutes, I'm pretty sure I can fall asleep. The good thing about it also is that I can just exit nap time. So I'm just going here. Yeah. And then it stops automatically. And I'm readjusted to my seating position as I initially was. Ah, I love it! This is the best feature ever! So for 125,000 ringgit, you get 164 kilowatts of power, which is about 214 horsepower, 320 newton meters of torque, 0 to 100 in 7.5 seconds, with a top speed of 170 kilometers per hour, equipped with a 69.9 kilowatt hour battery, providing a WLTP rated range of 424 kilometers. Do you think it's worth it?